call this the True Breakfast Show. We've been here since 7:30 this morning, driving you through, giving you the best in early morning radio presentation. Well, this is 2014, and we are going gradually towards October of this year, and which is set aside as a matter of our laws for the senatorial elections. And many political parties are warming or getting prepared for it. Already we know those on the name of the Congress for Democratic Change contesting for various seats across the country. At this time, the Unity Party is getting ready. So we called in the Assistant Secretary General for Press and Publicity, Neto Zarzar Lighe, to talk about the party's preparation as we move towards 2014 October. Good morning, Neto, and welcome.
Well, good morning, Truth FM and Truth TV, Real TV. We'd like to appreciate the opportunity, at least, so that we can be here with you to share breakfast and talk about.
You have been very ready to talk, eh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
The party, I've been a little bit silent.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, I don't know. We've been talking, except maybe the specific. Then that would be another issue probably we could respond to. But we've been talking.
And this morning, Solo Brother, your chairman, is conspicuously silent.
No. Again,
these
you have
days,
to understand. You have to understand. The day-to-day activity is not run by the national chairman, but the secretary general.
But he's contesting in the
country. I know very well that this secretary general has been vocal. So if you say the secretary general is quiet, then probably I would have agreed with you.
Okay.
But the secretary general is not, and you know that. But with respect to the chairman, yes, the chairman is the head of the party, but the day-to-day affair of the party is run by the national secretary general.
Okay, we're talking about 2014 October. Tell me what the party is up to.
Well, thank you very much. Again, over the months, we've been planning for our primaries, and you may be aware that we go to the polls October for the special senatorial elections. We will be going out for 15 seats, and the Unity Party, as part of the preparation process, started sometime October last year, where in fact we did the circular for all of those interested in participating in the Unity Party primaries, and we had a short list. Then after that, we decided to work out the modalities for the holding of the primary. And as we speak, all is set, and hopefully we're going to start the primary on the 26th of June.
Was that list published?
Oh, yeah. Oh, again, the way we work is as such that we work with all of the different structures, the 15 political subdivision. That communication, when it came up through the different county offices, and candidates or aspirants, if I would put it, were requested to apply through the county offices, which they did. And then the listing was forwarded to the central office, and eventually at the end of it, yes, members of the National Executive Committee know who all apply. So that list is public, not necessarily to the media, but all of the counties have it, and the National Executive Committee members also have it.
Okay, no, the question is whether you publish that in the local.
No, not at all. Okay. Because again, it requires a lot of different vetting. More to that, to be a member of the party, you must be in good standing. Those are other issues that needed to be sorted out before. What we have now is the listing that is going for the primary. Okay. So we've divided this whole process into 3 regions.
Will you stick by that?
Oh yeah, so far. Again, I mean, there will be some other information that I will provide along the line.
Because I know for Montserrat County, those who applied, and there were now more than 2 persons.
No, I can't.
And Alicia is one of them.
Again, the way we're going to conduct our primary is going to be interesting. Now, there are counties where we have people who have applied, and we also have requests for collaboration.
Okay.
I hope I'm getting myself clear. There are counties where we have aspirants, and we have requests for collaboration. Requests for collaboration could come from people who are not necessarily members of the Unity Party, but intend to collaborate with the Unity Party. Probably based on history, definitely. So again, that decision is going to be made by the county. The county is going to decide, look, given the history of this person, given the relationship that have existed with the Unity Party and this individual, we think it's fair enough for us to collaborate. That is one case. We have another situation where we only have aspirants. And then within the party, and then there will be primary to determine who the candidate will be. So those are the 2 situations.
So back to the question, you mean you will stick to the list?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Those who apply.
Again, Mamadi, as we speak, we don't have newcomers to the Unity Party listing.
Let's have Montserrat.
Again, Mamadi, we're not prepared to be calling 1 for Montserrat, 2 for Mamadi. In fact, people are fully aware.
I have information.
Yeah.
And not more than 2% apply.
No, more than 2 apply for most rally. More than 2.
That met the deadline.
Oh yeah, definitely. More than 2 apply for most rally.
Can we have the names? Know the names?
More than 2 apply for most rally. In most rally, we have 2 situations. One, we have people within the party who have applied and also have requests for collaboration. Okay. The point here is not necessarily coming to say John Brown have asked for collaboration. These are political decisions, and that will be made by the delegates at the primary. That is the reason why we reserve that for people from the different counties. Not necessarily that the National Executive Committee make that decision.
How are you going to make decisions? Take for example, Councillor Vani Sherman is the chairman of the party, and he's contesting in Great Cape County. Are you going to ask him to recuse himself as chairman or what?
But again, the way the process is being managed, not necessarily because you're national chairman means that you are going to superintend the process. For example, Kidman is another situation. Kidman, we have 1 aspirant. So in that case, definitely
consensus candidate.
Yeah, we have 1 candidate for Kidman. So for that, but in fact, it's not even. We have 1 candidate for Kidman. The point here is, in that situation, what you expect from the delegates. But more to that, it is not the national chairman that is going to supervise that particular process. It's been organized in a way where the committee is going to supervise along with the county
structures. Have you opened up the process?
Oh yeah, this process, in fact, I just said this process started as far back as last year, October. Not necessarily today. So if you were an active member of the Unity Party and you had intention contesting on the Unity Party ticket, you might have met the deadline. That is it. Not necessarily that it is because Councillor Sherman is the national chairman of the Unity Party. Probably he denied others from applying. No, you're not applying.
You can influence the process.
Again, that is how political institutions should work.
This is the reason why Dr. Fourier Kumar deflected.
No, that is not the reason. Again, I don't want to go into some of those issues before this conversation becomes too political. Okay. People are leaving probably other political parties, not just unique to the Unity Party, because a lot of them are afraid of competition. The Unity Party is one of the few political parties that have opened up this whole process to contestation. In fact, all of our incumbents are going for challenge. All of our incumbents. We haven't said that, look, because you are an incumbent, it means that your seat is reserved. No. It is the delegate, it is the people within the different counties that is going to make that decision. And look, over the last 8-9 years, you've worked sufficiently. And on the basis of that, we can reassure, we are reassured by electing you.
How many applicants have we received in Bapolo County?
Well, Bapolo, we have 2 applicants initially. Again, there are other factors, and there are
But Neto, I see a little bit of contradiction in the questions you choose to answer.
Why?
I just asked you how many candidates from Monserrato.
No, but you named them, and I agree. No, you wanted for me to confirm names. No, and I'm not interested in confirming the names.
Let's go to the numbers. How many presidents in Monserrato?
Monserrato 3.
3 presidents.
But I said 2 situations. No, I come in. I said 2 situations. Why it is true we have 3 applicants? Fine. So
okay, let's move to that collaboration issue. Are we receiving indication that you're going to support Robert Study?
Well, I mean, that is an information that I don't have. Okay. And I'm not
aware of that. Who are those asking for collaboration?
Well, again, Jackie, I try to not divert some of those information because that is a decision that is reserved
is he one of the
for the
delegates.
Not to my knowledge.
Not if he did.
Well, again, we've been opening up for collaboration. Like, it is not the first time the Unity Party has collaborated with people.
Is he a member of the party?
Not known.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
How do you see that?
Well, I mean, people have the right to associate and disassociate. Okay. If for any reason he has the desire to join the Unity Party, well, the Unity Party is open. Why shouldn't we be open to accept Robert Saleh to join the Unity Party? But if we're speaking of the records, he's not a member of the Unity Party.
Okay, and there's you don't have any indication that he's asking for collaboration?
Well, not to my knowledge.
Okay. So who are those asking for collaboration?
Well, Jakita, I just told you we have requests for collaboration and also we have applicants. So that is the decision that is going to be made at the primary. So it's not just Monserrato, we have other counties where we also have collaboration and we have aspirants wanting to be a part of the Unity Party ticket.
In the past you had, is it consensus building to arrive at your candidates? This time you're going to be open primary where the delegates will elect the person they want?
But even in the past we had open primary. Again, except the word open as defined by you, we had delegates that elected their candidists. We did it in 2011. Okay. We had delegates that elected
the party sends a number, the community sends a number.
Again, it's well structured. It's well structured.
Is that the same format we're going to use this time?
Well, it's modified. In fact, it's even broader than what.
Talk about that. What is that?
Now we have people representing the National Executive Committee, people representing the different structure, mainly the youth. the National Women Congress. We also have from the counties that will have up to 80% participation in the primary, and then we have eminent citizens that are members of the Unity Party also participating. So in fact, it's more broader than what they were before.
Okay. So how many percent of the county will be expected?
Well, it's not uniform. It depends. Fine. It depends on the number of districts, because it's based, it's defined in that form and format. For example, Moserado will have the highest.
17 districts.
Fine. And next you have NIMA based on the number of districts and that how it's organized.
How many percent per district will be coming to the primary?
Well, it depends how many elected officials per district. Okay. So based on the elected officials, they are the ones representing.
I mean, in the party structure.
Yeah. No. At the party level, again, you have members of the National Executive Committee that will be represented. You have less than 10. I don't just want to give you the numbers.
Okay.
In terms of, I'll give you probably the percentage.
Okay.
You have less than 10% coming out of from the national headquarters, or excluding the different counties.
But why do you have to send people for the headquarters?
Yes, because again, that's the national
voting participants.
Yeah.
Why?
Again, decisions. Now, if you look at the Unity Party constitution, decisions are not just made by the county. It must be also in consultation with the National Executive Committee. So members of the National Executive Committee also are going to be part of the process, that's how it's organized. But the decision, meaning in terms of majority, is going to come from the county.
All right, no answer.
Okay, let me, when is his primaries?
Well, again, what we've done is to divide this whole process into 3 regions. June 26th for Region 1, and Region 1 consists of Bomi. We have Kipma, we have Bakulu, we have Magibi, and Moserado. Now, the way it's organized, it's not that we just go to this hall and then just elect people. We're going to first have consultation. We're going to have a long discussion, similar to that of a mini congress, where there will be discussion. People will say some of the issues. People will bring up issues. There will be, and after that, before we conclude the process of the primary, and that will be done simultaneously for Region 1. Now, Region 2, again, we have Grand Bassa, we have Bong, we have Riverses and Lofa. Similar activity will be held in those different counties at the same time. And then Region 3, that consists of Nimba, Grand Jida, River G, Maryland, and Sino. So that's how it's organized. So we hope that at the end of the day, we can be able to collate all of those information coming from the different counties with respect to who has been elected, and then we can be able to meet the deadline of the National Elections Commission.
The time? When it starts?
Well, hopefully the 26th, they start from the 26th to the 28th, and we're hoping that by the 29th, we're going to submit our list to the National Elections Commission. And we're going to come up with the official pronouncement of all of our candidates.
Lofa County?
Lofa is part of Region 2. That will be here on the 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
In Lofa, I just said, all of the primaries are going to be held at their different locations. For example, Moserado, they will determine where Moserado will be held. Magibi will be held in Magibi. Bomi will be held in Bomi. Kipma will be ended.
What is the status of one of your partisans and Representative Lami, Getu Lami?
Well, Representative Getu Lami is back to the Unity Party.
She's officially, you saying that?
Well, I'm on your. I'm telling you that
she's back to the Unity Party.
Getu Lami is back to the Unity Party.
That means she left.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
did she formalize her leaving?
Well,
when she was leaving,
again, yes, she wrote officially to resign, and then a few days after, she appealed for withdrawal of that communication.
And that was accepted.
Well, again, the party guy own way how decisions are made. So that has been sent to another committee. It's been reviewed, but tentatively we say that she's back because she asked for pardon. Again, there's a political establishment.
Asked for pardon?
I mean, because she requested to back up from the political party. So it's not a yes and no situation only because you back up.
So do you see her as a serious person?
Well, why not? I mean, people got reasons why sometimes decisions are taken, and that is part of the mechanism we're going to use to officially welcome her to the party. I mean, I can't say much because it will require some level of consultation or investigation. I mean, probably what prompted, because normally when people are resigning, they really don't go into detail. Sometimes those information are very scanty. Maybe I'm resigning because blah blah, maybe I want family reasons, but the committee is going to go further to know why in fact you decided to resign.
Why do you have to do that?
Oh yeah, that's the procedure.
Why?
Because that's the procedure of the institution. Because we want to know.
And what will you do with that information?
Well, again, that information will come back to the National Executive Committee, and the National Executive Committee will make a decision.
Okay, no, Milton Tiaji, I'm not sure he's making some move to come back to you.
Well, why not? Milton Tiaji, like all of have been collaborating with the Unity Party. But the Unity Party is open. Milton Tiaji work along with the Unity Party.
So he's officially joined the Unity Party because he said that in the communication.
But I just said, no, his problem is what's the this time. We don't have problem with Milton Tiaji. Milton Tiaji has collaborated openly with the Unity Party.
Okay.
And you know he actively participated in the 2011 election. So for Unity Party to accept Milton Tiaji, I don't think that should be an issue.
What do you make of these crossing carpets of political party?
Well, again,
from one party to the other, you think it's a good thing?
I got problem with people. I mean, and let me just say this: if the intent is to join a political party based on ideology, I appreciate that. But if the intent is only because you want to contest, that's desperation, and that is where I frown with people. That's desperation, because, for example,
you want to tie that to Milton?
No, not at all. Milton Tiaji, again, the Milton Tiaji opted to contest on any political party ticket and the Unity Party. Those are investigations.
Why he didn't join?
No. The point is not that he joined. People collaborated for a long period of time and then will join. Look at the point where he collaborated. He collaborated for more than 3 or 4 years now. He worked in the Unity Party-led government as a superintendent. Why can't, people say about the Unity Party-led government and Milton Tiaji, can you divorce them from activities or from action, especially within the country? It's not possible.
No,
so my point here is this is the man who probably over the years have been running with the government agenda in Sino. Can he divorce himself from probably challenges or defaults in the country? It's not possible. But if for any reason this person who have never affiliated with this political party, for example, opposition political party, and come on in the 11 hours and say, look, I want to join a political party, and you know the true nature of it, not necessarily because he's that kind of person that believes in the ideology of the party, only because he doesn't see chances probably in party A or party B, and because maybe your political party is an easy ride, he gets in your political party and contests. I mean, best case scenario for that person, he wins. He's not obligated to the political institution. He's not obligated. I think this is something that we all need to fight against, because people must join political parties. People must represent political parties based on ideology.
Yeah, but those politicians that are crossing carpet from one party to the other party, you think it's about time that we institute some measures to stop that?
Well,
and what are some of the things you'll be advancing?
Well, the Unity Party would never, and we would just watch how our primaries are conducted. It wouldn't be the case for the Unity Party, because we're not short of candidates.
So all the rookies that come in, they will now run?
No. Again, that's the reason why I use two situations. Now, all of those that the Unity Party is going to collaborate with will not be probably for 2014. If you check the track record of those people, you will realize that they've been collaborating with the Unity Party for years.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no, the Unity Party is not going to introduce new scenarios where you have John Brown coming up today only because he needs the support of the Unity Party. The Unity Party will collaborate with. It's not possible. And I think other political parties need to do that.
You think your incumbents have performed well?
Well, again, that is the decision for the primary. But my own personal assessment, a lot of them have done well.
Okay.
But maybe from where I sit, I might see things differently. But my own personal assessment of majority of them, I think they've done well. But I hope that can be confirmed by the primary and then subsequently by the 2014.
Because they have done well, I don't see the reason you want to replace them.
No, the intent is not to replace them. The intent is to evaluate them. So if for any reason Neto Zarzar Lighe have worked extremely well over the last 8 years, closing to 9, I shouldn't be afraid for a competition within my own political institution that should serve as the fulcrum of my political activity. That is the point.
Okay.
And that's the reason why a lot of them are not jittery about going through primaries.
Let me hear from you about tomorrow.
Well, again, the Ghana Kotima situation is probably because I like to participate in the primary. We haven't had the primary yet and you are resigning. So what do you want me to say?
Well,
he's running away from the primary. No, because
he's afraid of competition because he had gone to another party and contested and he won.
No, the point here is, look, your intent was to contest on the Unity Party ticket. You apply officially to contest on the Unity Party ticket. Because
he sent some manipulation.
How? We haven't reached
the incumbent Senator Kopi.
No, again, Senator Kopi doesn't control what's happening at the primary.
But he's an influential man.
How? every member of the National Executive Committee, every member of the political party should be influential.
So the small
your ability,
your ability and finance and budget in the Senate.
But that's not the unity party. Your ability to win the admiration of partisans, that should be key on your agenda as a political person. So if you're not capable of winning the support of the county leadership, why are you crying foul? In fact, then why did you even apply from the initial stage? That is the question you should be asking.
And so we will have competition in Lofa.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now consensus building process.
No, we haven't. Look, consensus issues should happen far ahead of the application process. If you are strong enough to win the admiration of those who even want to contest, that is a good thing. For example, if you have a county where maybe I'm the biggest quote-unquote person and I can convince all of those who have ambition to contest, that is good. That is the place where consensus are going to be held. Not necessarily after you have more than one candidate contesting. No. It's going to be a primary. And then the delegates are going to decide who represent Unity Party from that county.
Okay, so but let us hear from you on this NEMA situation too.
Well, the NEMA, we have two scenarios. One, we have application, and then we have request to collaborate. Okay. So that decision again is going to be made by the delegates at the primary.
Who's advancing the request to collaborate?
We have requests for collaboration. So
from
we have requests for collaboration, and we have applications on our decks.
You're not giving all the necessary information.
Well, that's the necessary information. Again,
because if somebody is requesting to collaborate, we must know.
But why not? Eventually, you will know who the Unity Party is collaborating with. Because that is the reason why we've created that room for our official announcement. We will be telling you who will be representing Unity Party in the different subdivisions. If not 15, maybe 2 or 3 of them we have in collaboration, and these are the candidates we are going to be collaborating with. We're going to tell you.
Is the party really in time?
Oh yeah, definitely. Party is in time.
Why should this perceive a division between?
Well, that's again. I'm happy that you said perceive.
Yeah.
It hasn't been justified. I mean, we're yet to understand some of the root behind those perceptions.
Are you happy with the performance of your government?
But why not? Though we have challenges, and that is the reason why we're working every day to make sure that things get better. I mean, we're not there yet, but every day that passes on, we're trying to get there. You understand? I mean, where the country was 2005 when this government probably was elected, coming to 2006 and to where we are now. Look, everything has changed, and you know that. It's not probably what we want it to be, but things are getting better, like you normally say every morning. So, sometimes I hear people trying to criticize without acknowledging some of the good things that have happened. To tell you, look, if this government is not performing, that's not true. The government is performing, but probably there might be two things. Maybe one person will say the government is not performing with the kind of pace that is required. That could be another debate. Another person will say, look, this government is performing, but maybe we want for us to move at a faster pace. When you're raising those kind of suggestions, then I would agree with you. Because along the line, there has been some distractions, there have been some challenges. And the thing as a government, given the promises that we made to our people during the 2011 election, we think that, look, time is not in our favor, we have to do more. But to say we haven't done anything, those are bad statements, and we think, look, if you are a patriotic Liberian, we all need to acknowledge some of the good things that this government has done. Okay,
let's come back to collaboration. It seems interesting that it's a little bit popping up. Is it late for any candidate to submit a request for collaboration?
Well, technically it's late for request, because look, check it, the way how this no, because again the listing are similar. We have all of the counties that are out for collaboration. We have all of the counties that are out for elections.
What are you closing the door to collaboration?
Because this process again.
You have the opportunity to assess.
No, that's not the point, Jakite. The point here is this is an organized political party. We started this process as far back as last year, October.
And people were, people were sending.
Look, Jakite, if Neto Zarzar Lighe intention was to contest or collaborate with the Unity Party, you expected me long ago to start working with the political structure, how it worked, because we don't want to create the impression that, look, people at the national executive level just get up and make decisions. We want your collaboration or whatever support you start from the county. So if you started working with the county and the county probably see is necessary, they are the one going to advance that idea to the National Executive Committee. But at this point in time, if you come up with a request for collaboration, what's the basis for it?
No, collaboration is needed. So
No, I'm not. At this point in time, we've closed the listing. All of the counties have sent in their reports of aspirants and collaboration. I mean, in cases where applicable. So why now? So how are you going to be sending the request? Are you going to write directly to the National Executive Committee?
How was it sending the first?
Through the counties. The request came through the
Well
county.
done locally.
Definitely. Because we want for it to bear root in the county, not necessarily at the central office. So at that point in time, when in fact counties are not accepting any request, no application, what will you do? Write the National Executive Committee and say, look, I want to collaborate with the party? We're not going to accept that. That's the reason why.
For the criminals leaving your party.
It doesn't hurt the institution. It doesn't. And my own problem with it is that, look, people must have political ideology. It's not necessarily that because we want to contest. That's high court desperation. And those are some of the issues for me. I hope we'll have time during the campaign, for the 2014 elections, we're going to look into people clustered on those issues. Why? I mean, if I'm an ideal member of the Unity Party, why would I want to leave the Unity Party?
Because
Jackie,
let us look in the process of Mr. Krumah. What is there?
No. Again, Jackie, look, the intent here is for us to talk about the primary. I want for us to stick closely with respect to issues surrounding the primary.
During the election, during the campaign, the process will be open.
Oh yeah, because that will be the political season, and people will keep bringing those issues up. Believe me, people will bring it up.
But
people will want to know.
Just indicated that everybody has the right to.
I just said it.
Yeah.
I just said it. No. The point. No, I'm not, Jackie.
That is based on what? Desperation.
Yes.
Why?
The reason why is based on desperation. When you are
no longer based on right.
No. It's not ideology.
No, it wasn't.
Jackie,
you just acknowledge that everybody has the right to choose.
No, you were asking. That was a different situation. You were asking whether this person was part of the Unity Party.
Okay.
And in that situation, that person had never joined the Unity Party. That is a different question. Not necessarily somebody who's part of the Unity Party and leaving the Unity Party because they cannot be the candidate of the Unity Party to join another political party. That's two different things. I hope we're clear on that. Because,
before we go to the line, I have to put this to you. When Samuel Doe around, we have the National Democratic Party of Liberia strong. Chancellor came, we saw his NPP very strong. Now the Unity Party obviously is making some impact. Would this be sustainable?
We hope that will be sustained. That's the reason why our attention. That is the reason why our attention now is more focused to institutionalizing the party, not necessarily tying it to the Standard Bearer. In fact, bulk of our activities now is not even tied around the Standard Bearer, either the national chairman or the vice chairman, because again, responsibility has to be shifted. That is the point. Because if everything is tied around the Standard Bearer, when the Standard Bearer leaves the stage, it becomes a problem. I agree with you. Those are historical facts that we all need to take account of so that we don't get into the same boat. And we're trying hard, because we are not there yet. My own prediction is that we don't fall prey to those historical situations. We hope that the Unity Party can be well institutionalized so that tomorrow, if Madam Salif is not on the stage, if Ambassador Bweka is not on the stage, probably the likes of George Wisner, Wimon P, Neto Zarzar, all of the younger guys can take charge of the Unity Party.
I know you agree with me that you will not say the relationship has been 100%. And I just want to seek your comment. I know this will be a very difficult. Okay, this will be a very difficult question.
Why make you think it will be difficult?
Okay, so let me ask the question. I know you answered the question.
What
do you dislike about your Standard Bearer in treating the party, in relationships with the party?
Well, there are a lot of issues, Jackie, and that's the reason why as a member of the executive committee we have an opportunity where we can engage each other. I mean,
obviously they have
that
you have problems with the Standard Bearer.
But definitely,
can you read up on
not just the Standard Bearer. I got issue against.
I'm concerned about your relationship with the Standard Bearer.
But Jackie, that's the point I'm raising. Okay. It's not just the Standard Bearer. It might be even the Vice Standard Bearer, the National Chairman, the Secretary General. We all have differences.
Okay.
But the point here is we have a forum through which we can raise those issues, not necessarily using the media.
Okay.
And the President and myself have had opportunity where I've expressed dislike on some of the issues.
Let's say example.
I mean, I've raised issues with the President, not necessarily using this platform.
Okay.
If I don't have a medium through which I can meet the President, then you say, yeah, talk on the radio. But I have a means through I can meet the President and tell us some of the issues. I meet the Vice President regularly. I meet the National Chairman.
Do you think
but those issues
abandoned by a Standard Bearer and the Vice Standard Bearer?
Whether the party has been abandoned? No, not at all.
No, we had indication sometime ago.
Again, Jackie, I don't know when you say abandoned. Look, there are issues. And we've not looked high from that. But to say abandoned, the President still attend regular executive committee meetings. She participates fully. The Vice Standard Bearer, in fact, as we speak, this whole 2014 primary is being spearheaded by the Vice Tenor Bureau. So to say that the Vice Tenor Bureau, the Tenor Bureau has abandoned the party, I don't know.
I think you will.
And I don't think they will, because again,
you're sufficiently articulated. No need to push you further on that. Let's get some interaction from those of you out there. 077-469795 is the number to call.
077-469793. And let me start. Yeah.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Samuel. So the government increase it. That is not a matter of fact. Is it a fact?
yeah, you know, again.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, thank you, my brother. No, thank you. Let's take a lot. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Thank you for having me. I think it's important.
You'd like to walk away from the monitor, please? If you're driving, just lower the volume of the monitor, please.
Am I clear now?
Yes, go ahead.
Great. I listened to the Assistant Secretary for President for Propaganda. I think
Listen to it.
the past unitary primary was in many occasions characterized by some controversy, and I hope that this time around will be very peaceful,
Okay.
very democratic.
Okay.
But
I think on podium for the party basically, that the party need to do a lot more for the people of this country.
Thank you, man.
We have to push for this, and they need to be more democratic and begin the process of pushing.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mama D, and good morning, Mayor again. My name is Mama D. Savannah, and I'm calling from the community this morning.
Go ahead.
We are happy that it has been confirmed that the Unity Party will go to the primary because we're getting reliable information that the new
No longer reliable.
primary. Thank God that they have realized that that will be more democratic. But the reason why some of us are happy is that we are following the politically very.
So let me see, the still reliable?
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, you're live.
Well, thank you so much. My name is James Partina. I joined from my extension resident this morning. Well, let me use the deputy SG for the enlightenment that has provided to the people of Nigeria as you placed to the primary of the Unity Party. But my question is to you, what are those messages that you're going to be taking out there to those who in the vanguard preparing a course and who if you get in charge, what are the messages to enable them?
Thank you. Thank you. And we have the Deputy Minister, Isaac Jackson. Good morning.
Good morning to all. Good morning to Mama D and my dear professional colleague, Neto Zarzar Lighe. I just called in to commend Minister Zarzar Lighe and the Assistant Secretary of the Unity Party. I think the Unity Party has governed this country very well. Matter of fact, the Unity Party has made a landmark decision that I admire them personally for.
And so you contemplating on joining the Unity Party?
Moderator.
And that decision was taken when the chairperson of the party, recognizing constitutional constraint of the Republic of Nigeria, decided that the Secretary General, both of the units from the same country, should not leave that party, bringing about at least a balance in the executive structure of the Unity Party. For me, that decision remains a very strong and an
Thank you. Don't go to the play, you won't go.
So I more than that, Unity Party has been able to govern our country very well. So, you know, as it has up to them, I've been there on the president primaries, I will observe, I will follow very closely all the activities.
Okay.
To learn county environment.
Thank you.
All right. I don't have a lot of time, so let me just squeeze in Mr. David Koti, one of our committed contributors. Good morning.
Good morning, Solo. Good morning, Mama Dear. Good morning to the Deputy Secretary General of the Great and Ever Porte Unity Party. Let me just say to those doubting Thomases and people who are talking about Unity Party not performing that October is not 10 years from now. It is just the after tomorrow. We will see whether we will win 1C2015. Now, one reason why I can tell anybody that the Unity Party is going to win, that has 9, 10, or all 15 seats, is that this party is a very mature party. Maturity will get us to get where we want to be. Now, yes, you were talking about inconsistency. This party has never been inconsistent. The move to our primary is not by the noisy thing, a big mouth that people carry around here. When we have a particular district, for example, District of 17, David Koti wants to run the District of 17. William Dakar still wants to run the District of 17. The party will look at these two people, do their own due diligence, homework, and to find out that Dakar has more weight than Koti, they will just tell Koti, man, please step aside. Let's carry this man. And if he doesn't listen, they just go ahead. And this is what has happened in many cases.
And now what will happen in Lofa? Because you declare intention to contest Lofa.
Pardon?
That what will happen in Lofa?
I'm not getting the question.
Is that what will happen in Lofa County?
Yeah, it's going to happen everywhere. We find out that somebody has more weight than you somewhere. We're not going to be losing candidate anywhere. And number 3, I hear people talk about poor to Liberia, the third poorest country or second poorest. It was not during the Senate administration that this country became poor. It's been poor since 1847. You never had quota room for you to go continue to everything was just backward. It is this administration that is trying to change things now. Liberia is the second poorest,
Okay.
They don't work hard. People talk about people hungry every day. Don't work hard. You sit on there and pay check out every money and lose and you think food will come to your table. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think that's it.
Well, again, I'm not going to give credence to some of the information, especially where they are not factual. But again, like I said earlier, look, this country is getting better every day. So we're not going to waste our time to some of those unnecessary comments or queries that people raise. I think one of the callers said that they are happy now that the Unity Party is conducting primary. We've always had primary. We're always shown that kind of democratic process. And I don't know of time that the Unity Party probably handpicked a particular candidate. Even like one of the callers said, our primary has been surrounded with controversy. That's not true. Where there were issues, we investigated and the primary were re-held. I mean, we're on record for that, district number 11 during the last election. Because there were problems, we investigated, we put a team together, and after the investigation, we had the primary over. So to say that the Unity Party primaries have been surrounded with controversy, that's not true. And I'm happy that some of the callers have acknowledged what has happened over the last years. Again, for somebody to think that the Unity Party will not win the number of seats that we are opting to win, fine. From now to October is very short. And the first thing for us, we want to make sure that we reclaim all of our seats.
Okay, maintain
those seats, and then see how well with our collaboration and the other candidates that we are putting out, we'll make sure we'll be able to increase the number of seats that we have in the Senate.
Okay, 3 minutes to go. Let me squeeze in your Secretary General. Wilmon, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, Mama D, and let me say hats off to Attorney Neto Zarzar Lighe for the articulation. But let me just quickly contribute this point.
Go ahead, very good.
The records of political parties, the internal politics of political parties in this country since 2011. Even before that period, you will agree with us that Unity Party, by all of the nomination, the candidate nomination processes in this country, we have been the most mature of the political parties. We have handled our processes with maturity, now with perfection. There are the challenges, and there will always be challenges in the conduct of these activities. But look at us. Even this year, the system we have adopted, this is the only party that is saying to us, look, in Nigeria, for us, we are into adding value to our politics.
Okay.
We are saying we do the caucus system.
Okay.
And the caucus system is still voted by building millions, by consensus building.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
So I want people to know that we are a distinct party, and this character is what we are prepared to retain.
Thank you very much.
Unity party that we have. I just thank Neto this morning for that.
Thank you. Thank you. We have to go. We have to go. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Lighe, thank you very much for coming. Your final comment.
Yeah, thank you again.
Very brief, our time.
I want to thank you for the opportunity. We hope that this message can resonate in the minds of Unity Party and some of our supporters. We have a lot of people out there who have been affiliating with the Unity Party. We hope that this can be another opportunity where they can be able to give us that kind of support. The primary starts July 26th, runs up to the 28th. Like I said, it's going
Independence Day.
June. And we hope that again, the way the process is going to be organized, you will have an opportunity where discussions will be held.
Thank you.
And after that, the process is going to go on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. He's Assistant Secretary General for Press and Publicity at the Unity Party. I have been Mamadi along with Solomon. Well, thank you to our technical team. The man behind camera, Solomon, has also been here. Gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow morning, inshallah, with another presentation of the Truth Breakfast Show. Please be good to yourself in the motherland.